Hey guys, my name is Chris Schroeder. I am a former server. I'm not a server anymore. I've since then created my own business, so I no longer have to wait tables anymore. But I do want to share some of the information and tips and tricks that I learned in my 5 years of serving, so that it'll give y'all a little bit of help, right? Not saying you need it. I'm sure you're a fantastic server, but these are just some of the things that I learned along the way that really helped me, and I made a lot of money doing it as well. So today I'm going to start off with greeting your tables, right? You always want to make a good first impression. You want the people to like you, because all of that is going to lead up to a really good tip, right? So what I always did was, before I even got into anything else, I introduced myself. Hey, my name is Chris. I'll be your server today. I always introduced myself and I asked how their day was going. That's the first thing I started off with. It'd be like, how are y'all doing today? Everything going good today, guys? We having a great day so far? Something like that. That really helps out with the conversation leading into the meal, right? The next thing I did is I did the greet. Now, Papado had its own greet. That's where I worked, was Papado Seafood Kitchen. I was there for 5 years. And the one thing that they stressed is they had something called a greet, and it's where they wanted you to feature. They wanted you to feature an alcoholic drink, a non-alcoholic drink, an appetizer, and an entree. Well, with me, I took it a little step further, because at this point I had been reading books that were really good with people skills, and I was applying them. Okay, at this time I was reading books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, and different books like that that really help with the mindset and how to deal with people. So I was kind of applying this knowledge as a server because I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But we'll get back into that later. What I always did was, I didn't do the one drink or the two drinks. I did a little bit more than that. I would do two drinks, one alcohol, one non-alcohol, and I would also offer water. I always offered water. And then I would hit them with two appetizers, right? I would hit them with like a fried alligator or some calamari or a fondue or something like that. And then after that, I would ask them if they wanted to start off with a cup of gumbo or a salad before their appetizer got out. Now, you got to understand, the cup of gumbo and the salad at the place that I worked, the cup of gumbo was $10. I mean, that was a $10 upsell, and the salad was $6. That's a $6 upsell. So if 3 people got a gumbo, that's an extra $30 on the bill. My goal every time was to get the bill to $100 in the morning. That's the only time I ever worked. I worked in the mornings. I never worked the nights. I never liked the nights because I couldn't apply my skills at night. But then, I'd offer the appetizer, I'd offer the cup of gumbo or the salad, and then I would get to the entree. And it depended on whether the person was a male or a woman, or if they were on a date or something like that. For the men, I always offered like a redfish and shrimp, and of course I'd feature it and I'd share everything about it and the details about it. But I knew that men were more prone to buy like redfish or snapper or something like that, while women were more likely to order like salmon or something else like that, salmon or a salad or something like that. So I would always cater to what I thought, and a lot of the times I got it right because I knew what they wanted, but before they knew, basically, right? And in their eyes, this makes me look really good because it's like I'm reading their mind. But in fact, I had just done it so many times, I knew exactly what people order most of the time, depending on their body language and different things like that. And then the last thing I did is I would always upsell. In one of my previous videos, I talked about how I would sell the salmon and scallop. I would always upsell that scallop for an extra $5 because there was only one scallop that came with the salmon, and most of the time the women would get that, and I would always upsell it. I'd get them to get 2 or 3 more scallops. That turned that $36 meal into like a like a $48 meal. Like, that's a lot of money, you know? And more than likely, if you treat them like that, if you get them to spend more money, that if they want to spend more money, they're normally going to tip you well. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it definitely will raise the amounts of tips you get by upselling. I mean, I always made much more money by getting people to spend more money. So, I mean, it's just getting your sales up there, right? The more sales you have, the more tips you're going to get because the more customers you turned. But that's about it, guys. Here was my greet when I was at Pappadeaux, and this is how I did it. All right? Hey, guys, how are y'all doing? My name's Chris. Welcome to Pappadeaux. I'll be y'all's server today. We having a great day so far? Awesome. Glad to have y'all with us. Can I get you guys started with something to drink? Maybe a water, maybe a lemonade, or maybe something from the bar like a Swamp Thing or something like that? Awesome. I'll get those in for y'all. Can I get you guys started with some kind of appetizers today? Maybe some fried alligator or some fondue or something like that? No? Are you sure? I mean, we got some great choices. We got calamari. We got other things too. No? Okay. Well, what about a cup of gumbo or a salad? Can I get y'all started with one of those? Fantastic. I'll get that gumbo in for you. And your salad, ma'am. Can I get y'all started? Can I tell y'all about our entree for the night? Over here, we're featuring our red fish and shrimp. It comes with a risotto. And then we got our salmon and scallop. It comes with the salmon and the scallops on top in a ginger glaze. And they're both fantastic entrees, and I highly recommend both of them. But I'll go get y'all's drinks, and I'll get y'all started. How's that sound? Awesome, guys. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. And that's it. That's all I did. It takes literally like 40 seconds. Like, it wasn't long. So, and I did it faster then. I still remember it, but it's not like I'm in practice. But in my later videos, I will have some servers and some managers and bartenders who are really good at their craft. And I'll get them to talk to you guys because I want you guys to hear from the best, right? So, also, if you want to learn how I left my serving job, I will have a link below to my Facebook group where I resell phones and electronics for profit. If you guys want to get into that too, I mean, I highly recommend it. It's much more profitable than waiting tables. But that's totally up to you guys, and I appreciate you guys' time. Have a great evening.